Check, check, one. Check, 1, 2. Batteries? See if that gets that. Go away. And it again. The mic's not even on right now, and I just heard it crackle again. Check, check, check. Yeah. Check. Unless that crackling's coming from another channel. Check. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, it's coming from 2, 2. 5, 6.
Testing. 1, 2. All right, stream's got that. Our PAs are off.
That's 4. Check. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. That's 3.
All right. Nope. Hello. Yup. There it is. Hi. Hello. All right, last game. Get to those screens. We're about to start the final qualifying session. Gold is ready. Silver, are we ready? Good? All right, on my signal, here we go, the final qualifying session. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Testing.
Testing.
All right, let's go.
All right, sweet.
Who's that guy in the bottom right? Is that Jeff Moore, the legend, the meme, the reason all the kids are here today? And speaking of kids, you got Bendy up there in the top left.
Yeah, there it
Got
is.
the arm pump with the 100% Tetris rate.
100% Tetris rate. That's insane.
I know, with one whole Tetris.
I mean,
he
hey,
already ruined it.
Tetris has scored. Beat the game.
He trolled us. We got Armstrong in the bottom left, and we got player 2. We got an empty chair.
Yo, Chair's making a return?
I love. Oh man.
Damn, we haven't seen Chair since 2020, right?
2020, the classic.
Yeah, Chair's
The
consistency was unrivaled.
The most consistent player of all time.
He just always got the same exact score.
So if I don't have my thing up, what are our barriers today for our top 48 and our top 80?
To get gold, you're going to need 1 max and 973 as the kicker. And that's, of course, not accounting for anyone else that could, get that. And then for silver, let me see real quick. Silver, the cutoff for silver is 817.
So we have, I believe, 13 or 14 players. The path is pretty well set. You get your max, you get a good kicker, you're in.
Yeah, you get 2 maxes, you are basically safe.
Yeah, and then if you dream big, what's our top 16 to get that first round bye?
To get top 16, you are going to need 10 max outs and an 805 kicker.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah, Jeff could probably do it.
So, well, but for reals, you set a new record yesterday for DAS players. If Jeff wants to take that back, what would that total be?
Jeff would need to get 4 maxes and a 970 kicker.
I think that's possible. It's a good start so far.
There are 3 players all with ideal Tetris rates for a max. We say that gold number is like 60%.
Right.
So anything above just gives you more leeway, allows you to take more burns in case, RNG decides to be a little bit mean.
And of course, we're not playing for high score. We're playing for 1,000,000 points. You don't need that super top end game. you need that consistent effort, and you can be a little conservative with your burns. Now, the DAS players don't have as much luxury as a roller, obviously, but there's still that little bit of leeway there if you're in danger. Keep your game alive, get to that 1,000,000 points, press start again, and go for another.
Yeah, especially if, you know, you get a 600K transition, need like, you know, anywhere from like 10 to 11 Tetrises to max.
Oh, yeah.
That's about like 60 lines you can burn.
Exactly.
That's a lot of leeway.
Or if you're approaching 600 transition, get it burned down to the ground before you hit it. But Jeff playing around up top, and if you watch Best of 99 this season, Jeff was masterful at these digging out. It's almost like it's a screen name or something.
Yeah, like digging out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's not like some Fonz reference. It's like digging out of like Tetris.
Yeah, 319 for Armstrong, 282 for Jeff. Bendy had to reset, had a little bit of an early top out.
Error. Okay, we missed it.
Yeah, had a misdrop in the center of the stack. And, you know, interesting thing about Bendy is one of the younger players that actually still plays DAS.
Wow, he keeps it retro.
And, once again, just having a reset.
Another
We're
soft
still,
reset.
we're still early in. You know, sometimes, you know, it's kind of early in the morning, you know. Maybe
Yeah.
need a little bit of time to, you know, wake up.
And it is 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Like, we're all pretty not fully awake. Caffeine hasn't kicked in quite yet. Our fearless leader Vince hasn't even made it here yet. He will be here soon.
Yeah, if you want to also check out more action, Classic Tetris 2 has Oscar, Doodle, Buko.
Oh, John, what a
And Josh
great
Thomas.
foursome over there.
And of course, there's some more players on Classic Tetris 3 as well.
Crafty Kim, Snow Golf Gal. CT3 is a good hang. But Jeff, so you know you're looking for that 500,000 point transition. One more Tetris will get him there.
And, you know, back when 2020, when me and JD commentated quals, we said, like, the ideal, at least for us, the ideal score you'd want a max is like a 550. It's not, you know, not too high so you don't feel the nerves. It's like,
Oh, but that's the transition
wait.
adjustment.
Yeah, there it is. If he gets a burn, that is actually...
That's doable.
Yeah, that's
And
doable. Nice. Able to stay alive.
And again, he has the runway because the 533. I mean, he's going to have to turn it up a little bit, but it's a under control board.
Yeah, but me and JD, we had a conversation. We said like 550.
Oh, perfect clear.
No,
No.
perfect clear.
Come on, RNG.
We said that 550 was our preferred because it's not too high where, you know, the nerves can affect you, but it's not too low where you're forced to play like super aggressive. And finally, misdrop. Able to get the quick tap, but an L piece is needed. Nice last second flip, but
No, that's going to do it. 542.
and Armstrong also up high as well.
Oh, that's way. Got it. Just got it.
Oh, what a burn. Gets it open up effortlessly and Tetris ready. Knocks down another one, still set up actually.
So that's the opposite of Jeff's game. Kind of slow on the 18, and then the 19 turns it on.
Yeah, right now Armstrong, in fact, that level was just so good. Brings Armstrong actually back to ideal. One more Tetris and that's kind of like ideal max pace. Oh, might decide, could go dirty.
A little dirty.
No,
Nah, just play it safe.
Sure, if the pieces maybe played a little bit different, like he actually did get the L, then Armstrong definitely would have gone for that. But
Getting a little high on the right, not perfect.
and
Oh, man.
hang on to the left. A T piece can fit over there. Ooh, that's a
gonna
little
be
tricky.
Timing. Yep.
So still can burn down, and of course, Dylan does have.
Ooh.
Oh, that's gonna do it. So 642 over there for Dylan. So all players got some sort of kicker on the board.
We got to report him, so technically 0 at the moment, but that's all right. Still first few games, first 10, 20 minutes.
Bendy with the Vits. And sees the Corian adjustment. Excellent play. I think that's also like one of the best ways that we can honor Corian. Like one of the elite players is, he did an adjustment that was so well done back in 2019. And like that was what, it became named. It's super efficient, and if you're able to find it,
Yeah.
then it saves any kind of burning or risk to your stack as well.
We all miss Team Japan and Corian. Hopefully one day we'll have them come back to the States to compete on the big stage again.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, especially if a good chunk of the Japanese scene can make it out, because they had their first in-person tournament earlier this year, the Waku Waku tournament, which, man, staying up for that was
Yeah.
it was rough. But, you had Green Tea, you had Suki, Corian. It was fantastic.
It'll encourage more youthful players to jump in the scene, and maybe they'll make a trip over here as a team. It'd be phenomenal. So Bendy, ultra high Tetris rate,
Yeah, 77.
approaching 100 lines.
This could be a 600K transition if the rate is maintained.
But I'm still digging this form. There were talk in the Discords about the 2-hour format. Would we get several people tied with perfect runs? No, we had one perfect-ish run. I think this format is still viable. I enjoy that we still use the original ROMs unmodified, and it's a good competitive format that does promote our best players into the top positions. It works.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of interesting things about this format, especially, when you consider is like, oh, if we move to a different format, then, it gives all play styles a chance to showcase whether or not they can be consistent enough at getting a max out, which isn't easy to,
No.
make the bracket. Because, we've seen players of all kind of play styles struggle just to get, over 2.
Our world champ only got one max out yesterday.
Yeah, our world champ is going to be in the silver bracket.
I think he's still 44th at the moment, but very in danger of being knocked down today.
Yeah, all it takes to, qual above Eric is just 2 maxes. And the way that our lineup is, we have Josh, Tolles, Puko, Doodle, Oscar, and then even on our stage here, Jeff, Armstrong, Vinny, all players that have gotten multiple max outs over their career. So it's definitely not impossible. Nice spin over there for Dylan or Armstrong. And can't get it over, so
Oh,
yeah, it's
Jeff
just going to have
Moore
to
is
reset.
way up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Man, that was perfectly timed.
Just needs a perfectly timed long bar. And there it is.
Sharky, did you summon that from your brain?
I maybe.
I mean, you had a heck of a run yesterday. Maybe you finally got that ESP going.
Yeah, just a little commentator's blessing. Not everything can be
It
commentator's
doesn't happen
curse.
often. Take it when you can get it. I've broken so many games over the past couple days.
Oh man.
Great 506 transition, just what we were talking about. Maybe a little higher you want, but
Yeah,
right where he wants to be.
As long as he has like a good early game here, get a couple of Tetrises, 19, 20, 21,
Good
could
board
be
health.
comfortable. And well, all right, there it is.
See? He could,
And,
even,
ooh,
he
the
could even
aggression.
accommodate the square burst. That's how good his board was.
Very clean. Numerous Tetrises scored consecutively. Bendy at 670 here on level 21.
A little bit of a misplay, but it's about the bottom, so a few lines will solve that.
Yeah, it still has just about a level of leeway. And oh, that misdrop. It still can be solved. It's going to be tricky. And
LJ dependent.
maybe an I piece. Oh, that O piece, that's going to work.
But up at the top, Bendy's got a 683 going at level 23, but she's up board halfway up. Line piece is needed now, and that's going to do it.
683 right there for Bendy. Just really tough situation. Finding the accurate placements there was just incredibly difficult.
Hey, Barrett, get them to change the commentator names. Commentator names. Jeff Moore's clean again. We're going to focus down there for now. That's the closest to a max we got on our board. Just pulling double duty. He's going to be in our Legends tournament tonight.
Yeah, Legends tournament. I think I actually have a rough sketch of the bracket. Actually,
Do we want to spoil that right now?
nah. Just know that your favorite players.
I think our little teasers.
Yeah.
Jeff Moore will certainly be a legend.
Yeah, teaser Jeff Moore and Josh Souls and Buko on CT2.
He's 727. Of all those people on that stage, he's the only one with his own T-shirt. I think that qualifies as legend. So we're nearing the end game, level 25. Perfect board for Jeff Moore. And I don't have my cowbell. I might have to go run and make a cowbell run.
What? Bidwell, you don't have your cowbell on you?
I know, I'm unprepared.
Oh,
bridge
diving
down.
board misdrop. One of our people on production saying that Bidwell jinxed it, but beautiful
Oh,
burn.
That's how you cut off a diving board.
This is tough. Essentially, Jeff would have to go perfect here. So we're looking at a 900K.
6 Tetrises roughly. And with only 12 lines left, you can do that math. But he's going to set up a Bukoel. And Barrett is the man. I get the black belt, stylish. But this will be a good start. That'll get him into silver bracket with that 880, but let's get some more.
Yeah, looking for, can try and get 2. Only has 1 burn.
Oh, and he doesn't. He's amino short. Nice spin, but not get it.
Wow, no long bar.
This is a hero end game. 888. I like it.
888, 420.
That puts him in the bracket. That's guaranteed at this point. There's nobody else playing that can knock him back out.
It looks like all of our players are kind of, getting things started
Did
again.
the judge get that score?
I'm not sure.
Did a judge get that? Did Jeff say, I don't want that on tarnishing my golden reputation? I'm going to do better. For a game to count, a judge needs to take a picture of the rocket screen. So, bold move.
Yeah. Indy, once again, small miss drop. Left side going to be a little bit annoying to deal with.
Kind of like international shipping annoying, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
DHL, man.
Don't name drop, especially after that fiasco.
$305 for Bendy.
Yeah, Bendy's gonna get dancing way up that high on 18.
And oh, nice adjustment over there for Bendy.
The triple flip to get that in, change their mind, and
yeah, one to get the well open, and well, and oh, didn't get all the way over, missed the quick tap.
up. It's open. It's open. It's open.
And oh, the drought.
Oh,
Yeah, that's going to be a reset. And we
So,
even got Chair joining them.
23 points for Chair. But thanks to Yobi again for the Nestrich champ setup that we're looking at. So when a player does soft reset, the program redraws the graphics in HD. But when you reset, the playfield kind of freezes in our perspective, but they're just going through the motions and restarting their game.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, drought for Chair.
252 to now 358.
That's why I like level 18. We can have a little bit of fun before the drama begins again.
Oh, yeah.
And Armstrong looking really good. 78% Tetris rate at 80 lines, 182,000. So I think my focus will stay there. Jeff Moore really high up.
Oh, that's a perfect tee. Those are perfect pieces for Jeff. Wow.
And there it is. Beautiful solve.
And where's the reward? RNG, can you give him a long bar, please? Anytime now.
Stuck at LAX.
I guess RNG hasn't woken up either.
Man.
Oh,
There we
there
go.
we go. 313 for Jeff, 415 for Armstrong. Make that 438.
Yeah, I was like, Armstrong was getting pretty dicey. Got the line just in time. Would have had to burn something. It didn't come at that exact moment.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Even though we're here commentating, I believe the solar eclipse was supposed to be coming over Portland today.
Oh.
I mean, it was cloudy, so.
So we've had Friday the 13th, the solar eclipse, and Vince Clemente was on time yesterday, but not 2 days in a row. So that's not that crazy of a timeline.
I mean,
Morning.
we are about to reach a transition for Armstrong and Jeff, not too far away. Still maintaining, around that 60% Tetris rate. Gonna have to take a few burns here. Oh, Jeff gonna go dirty.
Yep.
Well, let's see it, RNG. All right,
Look
there's
at that
one.
aggressive play, setting up for a second.
Nice quick tap.
Oh,
Yeah, did the quick tap and was unable to maintain dash.
that's all right. Transitions coming up. We're going to be back at the bottom with another line.
Yeah, there's the eyepiece. That's
just
perfect.
in time. Made to order.
And it looks like we're looking at a 500K transition if we do get the long bar here. Yeah, there it is. 500
Boom.
transit, 510 actually.
So we
Once
got two
again.
good games down here at the bottom.
Yeah, 664 for Armstrong. About 2 levels ahead of where you want to be to have a max at 29.
But with rolling it, you don't even have to worry about getting it before 29. If you're close, you can line it out.
Yeah.
What you don't want is being like 200,000 down at 29, and you have to either go for Tetrises or take 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance, especially, you consider the mental fatigue that players have to go through. If it's like, having to get like maybe like 30,000 points in a 29, then yeah, that's fine. But, 200,000, you're like, all right, do I need to go for a Tetrises? How long am I able to maintain the, basically frame precision on all my placements?
And your time commitment is your pot committed. You pretty much have to make that score count, or otherwise you're going to waste a longer than average game.
Yeah,
that doesn't
especially
go
on
to your
level
final
18.
score.
Level 18, you make it all the way to 29, and that's not a max. That's, almost 10 minutes that's gone. And players only have 2 hours to get the scores that they're looking for.
Speaking of 2 hours, looks like we're about 20 minutes in roughly. We'll get official timekeeping announcements as the qual goes on. But 806, Armstrong's board has gotten even better in the last couple levels. Jeff right behind, 7-11, always open.
Yeah, both players looking strong. Jeff preferably gets 2 maxes, or not 2 maxes, 2 Tetrises here before level 26 at least.
Max out watch for Armstrong, 881.
What a quick tap.
Nice.
Beautiful delay burn set up over there by Jeff as well. The well is open. Reward this man for his hard efforts. RNG not giving him the long bar. And this is now start to become dire. It is still max possible, but Jeff is going to have to play nearly perfect. Wow. Wow, all these S's.
Ugh.
I mean, I know RNG was a snake, but not this much.
Black Mamba level. 938 for Armstrong. That's 2 Tetrises. But 223 lines. The decision time is center well is probably a good way to go if you're going to transition into 29.
Yeah, just needs one more Tetris at this point. Does a skim, 1 line to go before 29. Set up for the Tetris. Benny tops out at 538, and there
boom,
it is.
let's
Max
go.
out for Armstrong.
But Jeff
First
right
one
behind.
on the board.
3 Tetrises to go and only
would have to
C20
somehow
yeah,
get
they
set up
need
for a center well. But with the way that
There's
the pieces
one.
are, these droughts, they're just not going to allow for that. And
There it
oh
goes.
yeah, there it is. 29,
937.
937.
But
isn't that his exact
get
same
that-
kicker from last year? Because I'm pretty sure he had a 930, but I think
Yeah, he had
937 was like.
yeah. But again, both these players have earned their way into the brackets, so now it's build on that momentum and up your seed. And if I'm not mistaken, these are stock cards.
Yeah.
So Nestor's Champs is calculating the score.
Yeah, Nestor Champs is calculating the score real time. That's
That's SMRT stuff there, Yobi.
It was like whenever I was seeing players, whenever they was getting scores, I was like, oh, wow, the score's being calculated. I go up there and qual, and I'm like, wait, I just see all 9s here. I was like, that's really cool.
That is, we've leveled up. We've transitioned. The colors have changed. The speed has increased.
We're in level 19 now.
And the quality of play has gotten better along with it.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
Bendy getting the gummy
Oh.
strats. Get your gummy bears at our merch booth.
yeah, getting powered up with some Power Bear gummy bears.
See, better than any scripted read. We got some real life testimonial right there.
Yeah, they're really good too. You know what would be the craziest thing? If Benny were to max this game after eating the
Oh,
gummies.
yeah, clip that. I know Wingfriar's watching.
Yeah, Ring Fryer already has the highlight button ready. Also, shout out to Ring Fryer going through every
He was
single event
modding
and
like
highlight
a madman.
highlights, and then gives timestamps so people can see the matches that were played, also
Yeah.
without spoiling. So yeah, shout out to Wing Fryer. But yeah, all players just kind of getting started here in the beginning. Jeff once again having no, didn't go for the dirty Tetris there.
Jeff, though,
There's one. He's dirty left well.
Jeff's keeping it dirty. He's going for another.
And there it is. There is a hole right there in column 8. So gonna have no way he goes for a dirty.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
he burns it down.
He's a madman, but he's got his limits.
He has his morals. Doesn't want to go for that aggressiveness. But he has done it before. Yeah, all players just great start here. Armstrong actually with dirty Tetris is being scored.
So Armstrong and Jeff both looking good. Bendy having the gummy bears so far have worked.
Yeah,
Now,
what-
if it's cursed this time, it's the gummy bears' fault, not mine.
I mean, we both brought it up, and so 2 negatives when you multiply them by each other they
Right,
equal a
that's
positive.
algebra.
Yeah, so both the commentators curse negate
Terry
each other.
Purcell will be here later. He'll check my math on that. Look at the Vitz. Good
Oh
old, nothing
my
like a morning
gosh.
Vitz.
Ooh, it's a very annoying board over here for Jeff. Does get a T-piece.
Yeah, it's hard to burn that down.
Ooh. Opens up the well. There's the long bar.
It's aggressive. Get that score and also make your board manageable.
Ooh, interesting. Goes for that J-spin. Does get a Z-piece, burn out a double, and actually, Jeff did a really smart thing there. So what Jeff was able to do was to keep the hole, basically built on top of the well. And so then whenever he gets it open, he doesn't have any further holes in the stack and just can keep scoring.
It was like a flimsy seal instead of, dumping a bunch of weight on it.
Yeah. Very smart way to downstack that and, help maintain efficiency as well.
And that's practice. That's repetition. That's not come up with on the fly. That's hundreds and thousands of hours of playing this game over and over and over and over again and coming up with these solutions. Because you can't think that out in real time. That's got to be done during the grind. So a 516 for Armstrong heading into transition. With 20 lines to go, this could be a 600.
Indeed, 600 is on the table. Same can be said for Bendy if he can get this board down. Oh, that eyepiece is perfect.
That was perfect. That was aggressive.
Nice, avoiding creating the J-piece dependency.
We got 3 good games going, Sharky. Jeff transitioning a bit high for DAS player, but knocks it down. He's ready to take that 19 speed.
Yeah, but Jeff isn't your average DAS player.
No,
he's
Jeff. He's the DAS player.
Yeah, he's the DAS player.
Copyright Ohio State.
A couple misdrops over there for Jeff, and Dylan also developing an unideal board. Survivable, but definitely not ideal. J-piece would be perfect. Or an I-piece. There's the J. Jeff surviving this. Will love to get that Z-piece. Opens it up either way, and wow, this piece is just really rough.
There it goes.
I-piece makes it over, Jeff staying alive. 596, so gonna really have to kind of push it to a, ooh, quick tap is
got
hit.
it.
Jeff's quick taps today have been phenomenal. And boom, dirty Tetris for Jeff.
Filthy. That's a Sin City Tetris if I'd seen one. I'm delightfully cringe.
Yeah, Bendy has already transitioned, but all these holes, and Bendy hangs.
Ooh.
565.
But Jeff's in trouble too. That's going to be it for Jeff.
Tops out at 634.
So 2 of our 3 promising games have fallen flat. Let's see if Armstrong can be the hero.
And
Doesn't
Armstrong.
put it- oh, no!
706 top out.
That was a trifecta for us. We'll take the blame.
You'll take the blame.
We have some people showing up kind of sweating bullets a bit that might be on the bubble. We've already knocked 2 people out of the silver bracket. I'm assuming, at least looking over on my right on CT3, those have certainly knocked some more people out of silver.
I believe there was at least 1 max out that was achieved on over there on CT2. And of course, you want to check that out. Classic Tetris 2, pull up an extra window.
I think if you type in bracket or standings, or I don't know what the command is, Wingfire will be on it. You can see the live scoring. And our production team will probably put up a top 10 or something here momentarily on our stream.
Benny getting more gummies there. Did a level 19 start, apparently.
They're playing the Gummy Bears theme.
Yeah, all our players just getting started here.
Jeff with the nervous leg motion to kind of keep that, not get too complacent, kind of keep the blood flowing.
Yeah. You know, could
The
also,
equivalent of
just
pacing around, you know?
trying to keep your legs warm.
Yeah.
It was a little chilly this morning in Portland.
Yeah, it's sweatshirt weather for sure. But this, if you watch Best of 99, Jeff got into these situations so many times and got out of it so many times. And dominated the legend Alex Kerr during that multi-week series of matches over the summer.
Yeah, I believe you and King commentated a lot of those matches, right? And, oh, wow, what a quick tap over there from Jeff. I mean, his Twitch name isn't digging out for nothing because he dug out of that and a dirty Tetris.
Man. just wondering at what point do you pull the trigger to cover up that well. Finally fills it in. But now there's all that weight on top of his well on the right side. So a lot of missed scoring opportunities during this run.
Yeah, and
But that's how you clean out a weight on
Wow.
your well. Another dirty Tetris. My goodness.
we always talk about efficient digging, but
That's-
the most
that's the
efficient way to
best way
dig
to
is with
do
a
it.
Tetris. And Jeff, once again,
Ooh, no.
early shift. It's really hard to recover from those early shifts because now you have to like rewire your entire thought process, and to do it up that high,
Yeah, you
know,
can.
it's incredibly difficult.
DAS is very elegant, but it punishes you if you cannot keep it perfect.
330 over here for Armstrong. Very chill. Real calm here. Nothing, too serious is happening on either boards. All of them just real clean. Of course, we got Cher with the consistent 4,290. Keeping it strong even after 3 years.
Armstrong's getting in the groove. A lot of consistent 500 plus transitions. It's been the 19 play that's.
Yeah, once you get that 19 play figured out and your 18 stacking is on point, the maxes are going to just start flying.
Yeah, it's the feel. And the adjustment with the square coming, textbook.
There it is.
Benny's doing well too. 447 through 92 lines.
Yeah, actually, Bendy on track for a 600K transition. I think today's one of the days where we have most DAS players on main stages, because we already have 2 over here on CT1, and I believe we have 2 on CT2. Not sure how many are on CT3. I think
Snow Golf, I believe, is DAS. Is Crafty Kim's DAS, yeah?
yeah. So we also have 2 over there as well.
DAS Saturday. I love it. So there's your 500,000 transition for Bendy with a 81% Tetris rate. So like you were saying, that's his 600 potential. But you also know that you're ahead. So
Yeah, no
you
need
don't
to
need
go
to build
super
all the way up to
aggressive.
the top. That's right.
No, we do talk about a lot of people is like, oh, this qual format, seeing people maxing out over and over. It's what's the point of it? There is an art to maxing out, and especially recognizing it's like, okay, this is my pace. I can play this level a little bit safe. I don't like the pieces I'm given, so let me just calm down.
And being able to adjust your strategy is key in tournament versus play.
Oh, of course. Especially, you realize it's like, all right, my opponent is up high, rolling. They're not invincible, practically, but not, completely invincible. See your opponent's high. It's like, okay, let me maybe, make sure I don't make any, compromising misdrops. Armstrong real strong here, 667. Bendy at 622. Would love to get an eyepiece. There it is.
All right. I'm not going to curse him. I'm not going to mention it.
And, looks like player 2 is going to be occupied. None other than a GameScout.
Representing the TWO. Oh, I should enunciate the W. TWO.
Yeah, the Tetris World Order.
Another hero of our scene.
Ooh,
I
Bendy.
think every single piece of important.
Bendy.
That was
Just
so
had
promising, too.
One tough burn. And it didn't resolve itself in an ideal fashion. Jeff, once again, still at this like 500K at a transition pace.
But I think my focus is on Armstrong at 829 at 196 lines. This is 5-6 Tetrises away from 1 million points with 30 lines to go. There's one. So 3 and change.
Now, big difference between Scout playing this year than last year is that Scout now has a max.
That's right. So many players have maxed these past couple years. 930 for Armstrong. Here we go.
2 Tetrises remain.
Perfect board. There's one more. Maybe right on the cusp. It might need a single on top of it.
Yeah. I believe.
But with 13 lines. And
there
boom,
it
let's
is.
go. The polite Saturday morning golf clap. We like it. Jeff's feeling it, though.
Looks like the DJ is back this year. Not as close, but he's playing the Pokemon theme song.
Yes, DJ Switch, who will close down all vendor sales tomorrow. Looking forward to that moment.
I think one of my favorite moments from last year was whenever he played Through the Fire and Flames, whenever they like entered 29, Eric and Fractal, and the song ended and they were still going. I was like, this is ridiculous.
I mean, Buko is over on stage 2, so that might be bringing back some bad memories. I know that was Quaid too who had to deal with that, but it was a tradition for a while.
Oh my gosh.
Jeff Moore, though, tearing it up, 680.
Oh, actually, that second max from Armstrong just bumped it down Eric to 47th seed.
Oh boy, the will Eric make the gold tournament watch is on.
So
Although
nerve-wracking.
On the opposite side, if a 47 or 48th seed ended up winning the entire tournament, what kind of story would that be? Lots of possibilities there.
And look at this game from Jeff. 746, level 24. And didn't have dash on the long bar. Lost dash. Man,
Jeff
that's
Moore.
so tough. Lost dash consecutively each time the long bar come, just did not have dash.
Like if
And-
you're playing along and you mentally are putting that piece in that well, but obviously your brain sometimes can't be in complete sync with the DAS, and that's what happened.
Yeah, it's just real tough because, I mean, the way that the stack was, it's not something that would be necessarily easy to slow tap or, just tap the controller. Jeff just had to find a way to try and regain DAS.
Like even if you have to put it in an inopportune place, if you get that wall charge, then your next piece is ready to go. But that with that so little time for that maneuver to happen.
Yeah. I was looking at the qualifying standings last night, and the 100th place was actually Yobi with a 500K.
Good job,
That's
Yobi.
100th place. That's kind of insane.
I qualified in 2013 with a high 300,000 in like 27th. So for our 10th anniversary of that glorious moment.
Congrats. And of course, you stood up the entire time, right?
No.
What?
No, that was a different me back then. I was sitting like everybody else.
No way.
Yeah, long story. Nobody wants to hear it right now.
I mean, 18 is a long part. I think we have a little time.
I'm sure Scout will cover it quite well in the Dr. Mario video coming in the next month or so. He's got the I-Team investigative team interviewing people, pulling up archival footage from when AMJ was a teenager. Oh, it's going to be epic.
Yeah, isn't the Dr. Mario World Championship coming up soon?
In about a month at the Torg Gaming Expo in Columbus, Ohio. Rachel on the Torg staff is helping us here today. Big thanks to Rachel for that. Say hi to her. Thanks, Larva. Larva, my other right-hand lieutenant captain person, makes everything Dr. Mario Live go.
Yeah, should be exciting. I remember, I think it was 2021 online, or was that 2020?
2020 was online, and
Yeah.
21 we were live.
Okay, yeah, 2021. I remember being able to watch all of that and snipe, I think, one of the players, like, international.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just so exciting to watch.
He won the world title online, and he's making his live debut next month. He has confirmed
What?
he's making the trip. Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
Hype news. We might have all of our champions in one room at the same time for the first time.
Speaking about things that are exciting, 570 right now
Yes.
for Bendy here at level 19. Again, another good game. A little tricky right there, but great timing on the eyepiece. This is one of those games, you know, head of pace, so don't have to go too aggressive.
But
Just
if the
gotta-
pieces are there,
Yeah, just gotta pace yourself.
but right now the eyepiece flow is just there. And look at that funny number for Tetris rate for Bendy. I mean, if I were an immature person, I'd point that out.
And oh, a little tricky. Eyepiece needed 22-piece drought. Actually, an L is best here. L piece came too late.
Can you get it?
And
Flat,
oh, goes flat.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
Can't hit the quick tap. I believe that was an 8 high, so it had to be frame perfect.
We got Scout in his first game going to transition. A little lower than pace, but again, if you're looking to make the bracket, you need that 800,000 or so.
Nice, dirty center wall right there.
So Scout might be knocking out yet another person from the silver bracket.
Great pieces so far. Armstrong at 584. And Jeff at 504 here, 116 lines. So a mid to high 500K isn't in the cards. He's playing well with the hand that he's been dealt.
So if we get that updated gold bracket, you said Eric is at 47.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, Scout.
518 though. Jeff will transition with this next Tetris or the triple. 560.
That's
That's fine.
When
You want a safe board going into level 19. Don't want to
Especially
throw
Daz.
a game like this.
that transition. Not even the best players are perfectly ready for it. The lower your board, the more you can adjust to the speed. So, on our 3 boards, I believe Doodle and Armstrong have got the 2 max outs to push down Eric to 47.
Yes, I believe so.
We need 2 more, which you're looking at things. Both Bendy and Jeff Moore are capable of getting those 2 max outs in the next 90 minutes or so. Actually,
Same.
less than 75 minutes.
Yeah, roughly.
Jinx.
Armstrong getting in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. Does get this column 2 open.
Oh, he's just
Covers it
putting
back
weight
up.
on top, though.
Oh, decided not to go for a burn there. At this point, 29 play might be needed. Yeah, 29 play is going to be needed for this to max. Jeff at 691 here.
All right. Armstrong back to safety, 758, 206 lines.
Just 700K in the middle of level 23. Oh, nice adjustment on the tee. Tetris over there for Jeff. Beautiful flat burn. Oh, this is... Oh, nice. Perfect pieces. 786 for Jeff.
The intense X-Men music. What was your max?
Goes to take the safety triple. and that's fine. Another Tetris for Jeff,
Here we
824.
go. Here we go. So one more Tetris for Armstrong will put them at 900,000. So that's a lot of 29 play if you want to get another max.
Yeah, can do it with 3 Tetrises or line out.
Lines are roughly 1,000 points, so that's a lot of singles. You want to get doubles and triples at least.
Especially triples. Another Tetris for Jeff. 3 Tetrises away at this point, and some change. It's set
Jeff's
up.
got runway.
There it is. There's another Tetris for Jeff. 2 more and change.
But Armstrong,
Oh, that
playing
left
at 29
side.
speed, and that's gonna do
933
it.
over there
That
for
might be
Armstrong.
the kicker, yes. So back to Jeff Moore.
Oh, there it is. The Tetris for Jeff. One more.
1 and change, yes.
Waiting patiently. Oh, goes for the T. Oh, what a quick tap over there on the T.
Come on, get him the line.
There's the
There it
eyepiece.
is.
There's the
Boom.
Tetris.
Oh, no,
And the
95.
triple would be
Not
good
quite,
enough.
Not quite.
And there it is.
Yes.
Max out for Jeff. On the leaderboard with a max and I believe a 937 kicker.
So that is right behind Eric,
Yeah, I believe so.
but that might be enough for gold too. It's right on that cusp. But we still got an hour to go, so I think Eric is in serious trouble.
What a game, and RNG made kind of Jeff work for it in those last couple of levels. Seemed
But he
he's
had
like,
the runway. You start, you build up early, you coast in.
That's why, you know, if it's possible, you know, having that much runway without, you know, putting yourself in danger in the early parts of level 19, you know, you want that because you're able to mitigate whatever RNG is able to throw at you. Because he had a full level that he could have, you know, essentially waited to score a Tetris, and after you score that last one, it was line outable.
Yep.
Ooh, Corion is currently in the Twitch chat. Said boom after
Corion.
Jeff maxed. Yeah, so Eric's kicker was a 982. So Jeff is like a little bit behind Eric. But
Is that gold qualification or is he bubble boy right now?
let me see. Wonder if they've updated it yet. Bendy doing level 19 starts here.
Chris Forrest and our crack scorekeeping team have done a tremendous job. There are so many scorecards laying around that table. I think they had to take down an entire forest off the Oregon coast to buy all those trees for the paper.
Yeah, in order to get into gold after these players have got a couple of max outs, a 975 kicker is needed.
So Jeff didn't quite have that 975.
So, yeah, no. I'm pretty sure Jeff's kicker was, 937.
So at 975, that's one away. That's basically a max out.
Exactly.
The second one will guarantee it, but you're not gonna.
Yeah.
But that also gives them the luxury, if a game's not going well, soft reset and start over.
Yeah, at this point, you know, you already have a hot kicker. Now each game needs to be, you know, aiming for a max. If it's not a good enough score for a max, there's no need to play it out. You're not gonna lose a match because this is qualifying. There are no matches.
So we got Benny playing the 19 start. That was one of the question marks coming in, is which players would opt to go for the riskier but faster starting speed. Faster in terms of the speed of the pieces and burning through your games and giving you more opportunities to get those max outs if you're one of those max out chasers that needs multiples. Look at Scout though, 500 that transition.
A couple of tricky dependencies. But Scout was able to get them all filled.
Go solo, get it.
569 over here for Scouts. Scout looking for the long bar, waiting patiently. Ooh. And of course, remember there is action happening on Classic Tetris 2, so go ahead and pull up a window like that. And Scout, unfortunately, is going to top out 637. We do got some games at the bottom closing in on the transition. 437 for Armstrong, 466 for Jeff. Of course, Jeff looking for that second max. Doodle, or not Doodle, Armstrong, I believe, is looking for his third. Both players have transitioned. 491 for Armstrong, 566 for Jeff. Another strong transition.
Yes, sir. And here's 2 extras in case the windows out.
Oh, it's just double A's at the bottom.
You unscrew that thing. This little piece kind of unscrews.
Oh, okay.
So it just splits there. It's sort of twists, yeah.
Got it. That's amazing.
Jeff, unfortunately, not going to be able to make anything happen with this game. Going to top out. Armstrong, however, going strong. No pun intended here. 544.
Double A's, you unscrew if you need more. Gotcha. I'm back. We have batteries. So Armstrong looking good right now. Two maxes for Armstrong, correct?
Yeah, 2 maxes for Armstrong. Just going to get a reset here. Benny back on level 18. Maybe, play that 19, kind of, warm up that dash control. Because players didn't necessarily have a lot of time to kind of warm up.
Right. And we are at that hour point. The fatigue and the kind of like the eyes rolling over a bit starts to take place. You might have to change up your game, go to 19, stand up, whatever you need to do to get the blood flowing.
Because I know around like 50 minutes in for my qual, as soon as that happened, I stood up, stretched. And then very next game, I got my third max, I believe. So
We saw a lot more of that during the online years. And I don't think people have really incorporated that into the live tournament venue years, but especially with these uncomfortable floors, not the best chairs.
Secret Labs, come sponsor us. 781 over here for Armstrong.
Plays that drought beautifully.
Almost Tetris ready, not quite with that eyepiece. Wow, that left is being built
Fills
up.
in, gets Tetris ready with an L.
There's 821. Oh, Bendy's going to go ahead and get another reset in. Level 9 over here for Bendy. Now, that's interesting.
Hey, one of the members of LATAM last year, I believe, got that last moment max out on a level 9 start. That was a pretty fun moment.
Yeah, because, when you look at it like from a mathematical standpoint, outside of level 18 and level 19, level 9 has one of the highest scoring potentials.
Correct.
And so if you're really efficient, you're stacking well with your Tetrises, then even though it does take a lot of time, you still have, equally as good of a chance as getting a max out as you would on level 18.
And not that Bendy is DAS. Well, Bendy's playing DAS at the moment, but as a DAS player, you could treat level 9 like a roller treats level 18 or 19. You could play way up at the top of the screen to increase that Tetris rate. And there's another max out. Crowd's doing my job for me. Appreciate it. Jeff's got the strong start, 190,000 through 41 lines. Ooh, Scout. Made a flagpole and put an L on top of the flagpole. That's an L no.
All right, I'm back.
Pro tip for next year, we'll change the batteries before the next day broadcast.
Yeah.
And also a fun thing is most of our rollers don't press down, so when we get a Jeff Moore player, like to press it ahead, get all those extra press down points, keep the game moving a little bit quicker.
Oh, yeah.
That's also beneficial with the time component in the qualifier stage.
Yeah, but, you know, we saw this year a lot of rollers negated the need for pushing down by starting on level 19, which is like a permanent push down. But, of course, this is, you know, very tricky situation.
But that's what I talk about level 9. Look how high Bendy can play. You know, one row from the top. And an 88% Tetris rate, that's the strat. You basically get a Tetris for every score, and that will eventually be more efficient and grant you that max out potential. Whatever it takes to get into that bracket.
Yeah, if he can maintain, you know, this or, you know, at least maintain at least 60%, I mean, Vinny will be golden. Get at least one max in, and, you know, maybe that's what Vinny needs to change the momentum.
Jeff going left well here.
Just under 60% Tetris rate, so we all are getting close to transition, so probably going to want to transfer out of this left well. Das without a quick tap, you're only restricted to building up 6 high on left well. And although it is possible to have prolonged level 19 play on the left well with Das, I mean, example, David Vulic, if I'm not mistaken, was able to get a max out left well only 19 start using Das, of course.
Right.
So it's not impossible, but it's just you restrict yourself so much by going for left well on the post
Your Tetris rate suffers. You can only play low on the bottom of the screen, kind of like our rollers play level 29.
Yeah, exactly.
1 hour remaining.
Officially in the halfway mark.
Our director, Pumpy, keeping tabs on everything. I think everybody's been working hard, but I think Pumpy's been working the absolute hardest. So another 500 transition for Jeff, looking for that second max and punching that ticket to that gold bracket and pushing Eric ICX down to number 48. It could happen here.
And, ooh, Jeff, just amazing quick taps here. There's one Tetris. It's going to need to get 2 Tetrises per level for like the next 2 levels here to get back on ideal max pace. There's another Tetris, and the misdrop. I mean, even
That already solved. That's
Fantastic.
Jeff Moore you're talking about.
Another Tetris over here for Jeff. And yeah, Jeff is back on ideal. There it is.
Yep.
664.
So Tetris rate isn't the perfect stat for this. The Tetris is being worth more post 19
Exactly. Yes.
kind of skews that stat just a bit.
Yeah, it's just like a little kind of guide. Oh my gosh, what a quick tap over there for Jeff. Knocks down a Tetris 699 here.
Just that the pace of his game and the pace of his leg shaking, like he's in the groove right now.
All right, a little bit of a rough 24. Goes for the skim. Love to get a piece. All right,
There it
Tetris
is.
ready. 20-piece drought is kind of counting. And there's a long bar Tetris.
Handles it beautifully.
Oh, okay, if he can get 2 Tetrises here, there's 1.
Yep.
2, and it gives him a lot of leeway. There's another 800,000 over here for Jeff. Look at the way he's maintaining his left. So beautifully done. It's not easy, but it's possible. Very much possible. Just where's the long bar? RNG, can we have a long bar, please? 30-piece drought.
Selling out the board.
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna do it. Ah,
The drought continued.
it was there.
37-piece drought. That is ridiculous.
At that higher up level, though, had he burned, that might have
Yeah, he had to
screwed
go
over that game.
He had to, or else, you know, maybe he might have been able to get a very high 900, just improve his kicker. But now there's an hour left.
Yep.
You take 6 to 7 games to 29, and that's the 29-18 start, and that's, you know, the rest of your qual.
But while we were talking about Jeff, Armstrong has quietly got a 688 through level 22.
Yeah, playing quietly but making a loud statement here.
The number 3 max will probably be quite the bump in seeding.
It actually, Armstrong, this could be number 4.
Number 4, thank you. But in those lower seeds, each max out significantly jumps your position, so it's quite crucial.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of crazy to think how, you know, last year if you got 4 maxes, you were like somewhere in the high 20s seeding wise. 4 maxes and a one-off gets you like mid 30s this year.
Good 870 through level 25.
Very.
Little tower board there. Solves it beautifully.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I mention it, it's gone.
There it is. We do have a transition from Vindy. Transitioned a little while ago at 605 at level 20, so about a level or two ahead of pace.
But that level 9 start, you have 300 lines to get to this kill screen, so it's almost a completely different game layout.
But all right, there's the drought. Nice. The Tetris, that's going to be a perfect well transfer. Can finally go for the right
All
side
right,
of Tetris. Oh,
Armstrong,
okay.
952. 2 more Tetrises will get number 4.
Waiting on the long bar.
There's
Or
runway, you
experiencing a
can
drought.
burn it down.
Yeah, has plenty of runway here. And also rolls can do some 29 if needed.
Yep.
Wow.
One more and change.
No, one more does it now. Okay, 35, 36, 30. There it is. There's
Boom.
the Tetris. That is so ridiculous. The bottom players are cursed with just droughts in the last 3 levels.
So once that's keyed in, let's get that scoreboard update with 50 minutes or so left.
Now, Bindi, 738, lower part of level 24. Tough pieces. T-piece does makes it over. Nice quick tap. And there it is. Tetris over there for Bindi, 775.
Here we go.
Could get on the board. Tetris ready. There's another one for Bindi, 806. Clean, trying to get that left built up. Nice. Goes for the flat delay burner eyepiece. Beautifully utilized.
2 in a row. King's like,
Ooh. Had to take the conservative triple, but knocks down the Tetris.
and the fist pump.
5 more remain. Set up for 1. And there it is. Another one for
Nice.
Bindi.
3+
Actually,
to go.
3. Yeah. Oh, wow. What a quick tap there. 3 is what Bindi would need. There's 1. 917. 3 more now. A little bit of miscounting on my part. Looking for a skim to get Tetris ready. Skims the T. There's another one for Bendy. A Tetris and change is all that's needed. Oh, the adjustment, beautifully done. Would like to see that eyepiece.
It's gotta come.
Unfortunately, a little small drought, but hold on, there's still a chance.
There it is,
There's the
there it is.
Tetris, and a triple. A triple is all that's needed.
6,000
All that's needed
points.
is a triple, and that triple is good enough. Bendy gets the max out. Absolutely phenomenal.
That puts Bendy in the silver bracket. We haven't heard from Scout in a while, but we're rooting for Scout obviously as well, and he's going to set up the column 4 Tetris well.
Yeah,
a little skyscrapery.
Little tricky pieces. But now this is just really scary for Eric. You know, Eric has been on watch. If Jeff gets a second max, Eric gets bumped down, and now if Bendy gets a second max, Eric gets bumped down as well.
So with 50 minutes left, the drama is high. But Eric is still sitting at 47. Jeff's going to top that one out. But I think if you asked Eric, he'd be chill about the whole thing. He's Oh, Scout with the Vits. He did that on purpose.
All right, all players, you know, here on level 18. Got brand new starts for Bendy and Jeff, and Scout and Armstrong are a little distance in. Scout further in than Armstrong here.
There's something to be said about the getting used to the speed changes in the traditional Tetris game. It's starting at level 9. You start at a slow pace, you get faster, gradually. Makes it easier to take those speed changes. And I guess if you're not quite feeling it, maybe the level 9 start is something to try out, and it worked out for Bendy.
Yeah, especially, you know, if you feel like you're just like struggling on, you know, post 18, or even if it's just struggling on 18, just managing those speeds well, you know, having a slower speed where you can really focus on making accurate placements. Because like I mentioned earlier, all these players do have a max out, so they have the stacking prowess to get that score. And slower speed just gives them more time to think, more time to find the right placements.
But the hot streak continues for Benny. If you look at that 76% Tetris rate early on.
Yeah, another strong game from Armstrong. So far, 86%
Kind of hard not
Tetris
to say
rate.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
They say like students that have names that start with A tend to get more A's in school. That's what happens.
Yeah, Armstrong strong arming the game here. Just really efficient play.
And remember Bendy's play at level 9 at the top of the board. Now Bendy's playing a little crazy at level 18 with the same antics, and it's working. Transition was got at 432, but
Yeah,
a little
the
too
board
crazy.
was
That
just
was
too hard to try and find a way to navigate through.
when you're a DAS player halfway up the board at level 8, level 19 is more often than not bad news and death.
Armstrong 488, Jeff at 375. So both players, you know, above 80% Tetris rate. Jeff, long bar dependent, also respecting RNG, taking a couple of burns. RNG not respecting Jeff right now, though. Okay, there's the eyepiece.
So Armstrong's in a good spot, comfortably in the gold bracket, sitting on 4 max outs. This is all gravy time. Every max out pushes them up the positioning. So you have that luxury to play extra aggressive. You don't have to worry about, is this gonna ruin my run? You're in.
Yeah, you're basically in. It's just a matter of like, you know, which one of the top 16 would you rather face? You know, someone like Fractal,
Right.
Or
I mean,
if you were to make it out of round 0, that is.
I think way back in the old days, I forget who it was. Somebody deliberately qualified with a very low score. I think it was.
Wasn't it Trey?
Wasn't it Trey? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was
played
Trey,
Jonas in
right?
the first round.
Yeah.
That was a little sus strategy there, but
But like, even if you, that's the thing, if you were to try and deploy like a similar strategy this year, it's like, well, it's not really too much of a point. All players are just like incredibly strong.
right.
You're going to run into a brick wall no matter who you play.
17 beat 48 last year, or 48 beat 17 last year.
Yeah.
So another strong transition from Armstrong. And look at Jeff Moore. With this Tetris, we'll also have a 600,000 transition. So we have dueling 600K trans games.
Tiny misdrop. Should be solved. Oh, nice. Went for the flat placement there. Jeff also 653 here. So
Again, that gives you the luxury.
oh no.
And then 3 in a row, and it's going to just spiral out of control. That was pain.
Vinny once again doing another level 9 start. Armstrong at 744. I mean, if it works, it works. It's just level 9 starts are so...
The meme comes back.
You know, level 9 start, the only tricky thing is that it's just so much time. And so you got to make the... If you decide to do level 9 start, you got to make those 9 starts count.
But that second max will put Bendy in the gold bracket. If that's all you're fighting for, has the potential to work out, and that's also the advantage of playing on Saturday. You know what you need.
Oh. All right, that's going to be a top out over there for Bendy.
That didn't quite work out. Okay, so 9:05 for Armstrong, 9:38 now, 24 lines of runway, so you only need 2
plenty of
Tetris
time.
to change. There's one. Now, one more, probably you'll do it. Yeah, 26,000.
Yeah, one more. Waiting for it. Being patient, you know. We're in no rush.
Nope. 979.
There it
and
is.
boom, let's go.
That's
Number
5.
5.
Yep, 5 for Armstrong.
Pushes Armstrong up to So we're roughly around 45 minutes to go. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, it's enough time for about 5 games. Maybe
5 good games.
Yeah, 5 games that like take it all the way to
You
29.
play
roughly.
50 games where you can top out after 10 lines.
Yeah. Ooh. that's going to be a top out over there for Jeff. Just early dash load. It's kind of like the second time we've seen like an early dash load spiral things out of control.
I mean, have you ever wished for a square that intensely? I hate squares.
I generally do not like squares.
He needs a square. So Benny taking a break, stretching out, doing his fingers. Scott's got a strong game here, 492, but raising a flagpole in column 6. Scott will be doing a talk later today about the new stat system that he has devised with his partner.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, especially considering all the players that have attended this year and just how strong of a stat background that a lot of them have.
Ooh.
Right before transition to 506 top out for Scout.
Jeff's going to burn that game. This is that lull in the qualifying period. There's 45 minutes to go. You kind of know where you are in the bracket, what you still need to do. You kind of have to reach down deep and kind of get into a different gear if you want to reach your goal.
Yeah, because right now, Bendy would need a one-off in order to make gold or another max, and same can be said for Jeff. So if either of them get another max, they make it in the gold bracket. If both of them get a max, that's 2 DAS players that get added into the gold bracket.
That would be 2 DAS players eliminating the world champion from the gold bracket.
That is also true. Without even having to play a match.
If one gets in, then Eric ICX would be 48th seed, which would be crazy. A chip in a chair, if you will. But 45 minutes or so of Tetris to go before we can start talking matchups.
Of course, of course. I think if I counted correctly, I think there's only 2 players that play DAS that are currently in the gold bracket. So significantly less than last year, where we had like 8.
No, we're not done yet.
So, still a chance. A lot can happen in, last 45 minutes, heck, last 30 minutes. Last year, I was a prime example. I got 2 max outs in the last 30 minutes.
That's right. And we got 4 strong potential max out players up on stage right now.
Bendy set up a Vitz. Actually gets the eyepiece.
Josh not DAS. Hugo, Josh, Jeff, whatever. Puts him in silver.
Armstrong, another strong game here. Oh my gosh.
Can't help it, Sharky.
It is just in my usual commentary lingo. It's just so happened that part of his name is strong. Ooh, nice adjustment. 536, another good game here for Armstrong. We'll transition after this Tetris. 560.
Yep, right where we want to be. What's the cutoff for top 16 again?
Cutoff for top 16 is 10 maxes.
10. Okay, so 10's not going to happen.
Unless Armstrong decides to go 19. Max this one, that would be max out number 6.
Armstrong has the luxury of knowing the path and having the guarantee of a spot, so maybe that's the strat from here out. But let's see how this game turns out first.
Yeah. Oh, a couple of accidental double flips there.
It's kind of a garbage pile.
Of course, you want to see some more action, you can pull up Classic Tetris 2, see 4 more players over there, and Classic Tetris 3. Ooh, bendy. Maybe a J-piece can help save this board, and J-piece doesn't come. 702 over here for Armstrong, low 22, and 449 for Jeff here, 110 lines. 500K transition is within the cards, maybe even a 560.
Here comes Armstrong. 735 through 175 lines.
Another Tetris scored. And, you know, maybe actually these, if Armstrong, if it's possible, get, you know, earlier maxes, save, you know, a minute or two. And that minute or two could, you know, add to, you know, the reset time. Because unlike, you know, what players have been accustomed to with Gym, where you can, like, instantly, you know, reset, you have to wait for that copyright screen, or if you top out, you have to wait for the rocket screen.
Jones is referred to as the salty run back. You don't really have that luxury. You got to wait. $868, so 5 more Tetrises roughly for Armstrong. You're about 30,000 points per at this point.
Yep.
Plenty of runway. 906. Jeff Moore with us, 600,000 points post-transition.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you know, but Bendy is actually the only DAS player in the world to complete 19.5.
That's right.
Which, you know, back in 2019, the first person
was
that
thought of
completed ever was
impossible.
Mark Meyer from Germany. And then now, you know, Rollers became like essentially like a rite of passage.
Armstrong's on the cusp, 984.
Ready to get your
level
cowbell
28.
ready.
Shh, I've blown that thing too many times by mentioning that.
Oh.
It's not over yet.
And
there we
it
go, number
is.
6. Jeff Moore looking good with the column 7 setup.
Yeah, has plenty of runway. Just going to burn it all the way out.
Yeah, it
and
was
that's
1 Mino
respectful.
short, but keep the board integrity.
Still have, you know, plenty of time. You're not in those dire straits where you have to go for those setups.
There's the drought counter starting up. A little dark to see the red. I see red flashing. That's all that matters.
Yeah, 21 at the moment. Oh. Wow. Wow.
Oh, man. Come on, game.
Well, oh, wow.
That's
Unfortunate top out.
The drought did it.
That's twice that the drought has did, Jeff, and on these, like, crazy paced games.
That's how we know those cartridges are authentic.
Oh, yeah, I can attest to that.
So Benny going again back to the 9. And the Tetris rate you need for the max out at level 9, I don't know what the number is, but it is way higher than 60, but that's what you see, the 93 currently.
Yeah, it's got to make this game count.
So we are down to roughly half an hour, maybe 35 minutes.
Yeah, we're in the 4th quarter. the ninth inning, if you will. Since I
Gotta
know
put up your 4 fingers for the fourth quarter. But you see his crazy build that Bendy's doing. Maximizing every piece, trying to get every single score as a Tetris. So again, 2 good games on the bottom, but still early.
So yeah, all our players here just stacking away. And ooh, Bindi. Slightly concerning IP saying. Left side is
But
inaccessible.
at level 9, this is what you gotta do. Bendy looking back.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
the early tug.
Your timing. 30 minutes to go, the official timer.
Set up for a dirty though.
There it is. You don't get to celebrate that one, I'm sorry. I can do that.
Oh, there's the T-piece.
And
T-spin is it.
T-spin.
And there's the Tetris. Just needs to just be consecutive with Tetrises. That's the thing with level 9. Level 18, just because of how high the scoring potential is, level 18, level 19, you could take a lot of burns and still max.
Right.
Level 9, you have to be efficient throughout the entirety of the game.
So 2
420
games at the bottom,
yeah.
approaching the 100 line turn. Shout out to Joey Parker. 500 potential for both. Well, more than 500 potential for Jeff Moore.